All right. So today, what I want to do is go over some of the IDs for seasons 1, 2, 3, very, very briefly for the general ticket as well. And also, just to clarify, this isn't going to be like, oh, you have to get this, you have to get that. Like, this is just like going to be what I myself would want to prioritize if I restarted the game now. Just based off of like when things are good, like things that are good for early game, things that are better for late game, how things scale. Hello. But yeah, this is gonna be kind of a general. Well, I guess it's gonna be. I'm not gonna go too specific into details with all this stuff, because like I feel like that's not really. I'll go over the things that I find important, and things that aren't, I will skip over. Because there's some things that are not worth covering, which we'll get to in 0.2 seconds. All right, but these are what I want the lists to look like for seasons 1 through 3. It's a little bit hard to see right now. Maybe, is there a better way to... Maybe if I make it dark. I've never used this thing before, but okay, did that work? Okay, also I need them to not be yapping while I'm doing this, so. Okay, I've never used, okay, why did they even change the UI? Anyway, okay, so, actually this is throwing me off now, yeah, it's fine. Okay, so, for season 1, first off we have LCCB Rhodia. Also, as for like these specific lists, I think I'm gonna put like I'm gonna start with them in number 1, and then when something is better, they'll get pushed down. Unless if the thing really sucks, like LCCB Rhodia is starting in number 15. Where is she? Okay, LCCB Rhodia. I mean, she has Paralyze, so that's that. I mean, she'll have. Well, I don't put in more Marshmallow or Spice Push because day anniversary gives a ticket. Season 2, 3 of these. Oh, they're gonna be on the they're gonna have their own section for season 2 IDs. Yeah, I'll definitely talk about those, but we'll get to it because I want to cover seasons 1 through 3, but I also don't know how long it's gonna take. Hopefully, if we can get through like with like 2 minutes per ID, then it shouldn't be too much of a problem. Okay, so. I mean, hopefully it takes that amount of time. Okay, what's her support passive? One ally with the most HP deals bonus damage to enemies that use the defense skill. So that kind of sucks, because like you can't rely on an enemy using a defense skill, because it's gonna well, defend. Who would have guessed? So yeah, that is going to be LCCB Rhodia. And over here, she kind of just sucks. CCB Rhodia. Why is it so hard to type? Okay, so as I'm not gonna like put everyone into their exact slot like the second I get them. Like if a unit is generally bad, I'll put it down, and then if something is worse, then I'll move it up one to. Oh wait, hold on, my mouse is over here. So if a unit is generally bad, I'll put it at the bottom, but then if something is worse, then I'll put this like up one. And then if anything that's generally good, I'll start at 1, and then if something's better, then I'll bump it down, is how I'm gonna be doing this. 2,000 hours to list every ID. It hopefully won't take that long. Okay, next on the list is LCCB Ishmael. Ishmael, her ID actually is not that bad. It's actually pretty good for a 2-star. Because she has a Paralyze for 1. Where is she? Here she is. Okay, she has Paralyze for 1, and then she does 16 Tremor, 4 Tremor count, and 8 Rupture, and well, kind of 4 rupture count, but she also kind of removes 3, but okay, that's not important. What is important is she does a lot of status stuff, so she's not like unusable. So she's actually a decent ID. Her support passive, what is it? Okay, yeah, that doesn't really matter. That kind of doesn't do much. Is currently one of the meta Tremor ID. I mean, I wouldn't say she's meta Tremor. Like, there's just so many better Tremor IDs than her. Because Tremor doesn't really have an issue with stacking things, I feel like. But she is good. So right now she's going to start at number 1. But she is going to get moved down eventually. But she is good. LCCB-ish. Okay, I don't think I need to type the full thing. I think people understand typing. LCCB-ish. Like, nobody's, like, I don't think I have to type their full name. Like, I think people understand. Okay, anyways. LobCorp Faust. LobCorp Faust is generally, well, was a good 2-star, but kind of fell off. So, she's like below LCCB-ish. LobCorp Faust. And then as for support passives, let's check out LobCorp Faust first. As a support passive, she kind of sucks. Is this the same exact thing as Ishmael's? LCCB Ishmael's? Okay, anyways, she is not super crazy for support passive. So, LobCorp Faust. Alright, next is G-Corp Gregor. What a great ID. What a great ID. People glaze his support passive. The ally with the least HP heals 5 HP after winning Clash. I'm pretty sure this actually activates only once per turn as well. And you need to do a Clash, whereas Chef Gregor, his support passive, I don't think you need to Clash. Yeah, no, this is a better support passive. Yeah. G-Corp Gregor kind of sucks. He's not worth talking about. His rolls suck. He sucks. 2 stars are better. He's just not a good ID. He's just not worth mentioning. That's that. He's better than Rodia, but okay. G. Gregor. And support passive, I mean, it's all right, but there's better. G. Gregor. What's the stream about? The stream will be covering the stuff for the anniversary tickets. Because I just thought it would be fun to look back on things after playing Limbus for so long. Just looking back on things is just, I mean, I thought it would be a fun idea. We'd skip 75% of season 1 IDs. Yeah, that's why I'm trying to go over them very quickly. Like, there's some IDs that aren't worth mentioning, which is why I'm, like, going through them kind of quickly. G-Corp Otis, that for one is one that's not really worth mentioning. Like, it's whatever. It's support passive. Wow, I mean, it's not bad. It gives 1 attack power up randomly, or it can give you useless defense power or protection. I mean, it's better than some of the other ones, but no, it sucks. Not worth mentioning. G. Voted. I think also below a certain level, I think it doesn't even matter the order of IDs, because like below a certain point, they just don't matter. Like, at that point, you might as well just be buying stuff for shards. Okay, it's like... It's not, like, good, but it's not, like, the worst. Actually, compared to the other, or the rest, it might actually be. Alright, we're gonna end up moving things around anyway, so... Okay, next up is Ting Tong Hong Liu, which is really good actually. Rolls 18 on a base without conditionals and rolls 30, and I will say now he's better than N-Corp Sinclair. I know people feel very strongly that N-Corp Sinclair is the best ID in Season 1. He's not. Also, his support passive is probably the best out of all the support passives for Season 1. So right now he's number 1 in both. He I actually ended up using in... I forgot when, but I've used him like recently in Kantos, but I cannot say the same for Sinclair. So okay, I'll just say TT to make it easier to type. Okay, maybe I should have okay, why is there an extra space there? Maybe I should have planned this out a little better, but it's fine. Okay. He's just good. Next up is Mariachi Sinclair, who has probably the second best support passive out of the Season 1 IDs, because it's just like this. One ally with most SP deals 10 plus damage to enemies with lower SP, and enemies aren't often at 45 SP, so yeah, that's just good. His rolls suck though, so he's at the bottom of the list for combat, but support passives, he's up there. Also, I think a very important thing is, because all the Season 1 IDs kind of suck for combat now, because there's just modern IDs, like, because they all suck for combat, it doesn't exactly matter their order, I guess. But Mariachi Sinclair is at the bottom. Wait, no, I'm forgetting what I was gonna say. Oh yeah, like, people that have strong IDs and people that don't will have different priorities. Like, if someone doesn't have a lot of IDs, then they're gonna want to look at the combat list more, and if someone does have strong IDs, they're gonna want to look at the support passive list more. So that's why I'm kind of doing both. Because, I mean, well, yeah. And then if people already have everything, then it's just whatever you want shards for. I feel like Tier 3 Sinclair and Faust deserve to be in the same tier. Tier 3 Sinclair and Faust. LobCorp Faust was good though. Corp IDs. Except for... Oh, I mean, I'll like look at them for like 2 seconds, but I'm not gonna spend a lot of time on them because I'm only going over like relevant information. And yeah, I'm only gonna go over relevant information. If an ID sucks, I'll say it sucks and I'll leave it at that. Okay. And then... Right. Because I want to save time for myself as well, so I'm not going to spend too much time on it. We need Mersault to get all of these from Season 1. Yeah, Mersault, N-Corp Mersault is not an ID worth mentioning, which is actually the one we're up to. It's... Okay. Where is it? His rolls suck. His passive sucks. Yeah, not great. He is honestly lower than Geodis, but for the sake of time, we're just gonna put it here. Support passive. His support passive is actually probably the worst out of everyone's, but for the sake of time. Yeah, no, he's actually just awful. He is horrible. And Corp Rhodia Starting Faust ego worth it? Yes. Specifically Fluid Sac. Probably one of the best egos in the game. Especially if you're early on, it will help a lot for a lot of fights. Depends. Yeah, if you need to build other teams, then it's probably worth getting IDs beforehand. Okay, Ncorp, Rudia. I mean, she's paralyzed, but she still kind of is not good. Passive. Yeah, no, that really doesn't matter. Still better than Marisol though, for some reason. And Rudia. And Rudia. Okay, next up is Ncorp Dawn, who used to be one of the only Tremor units, but now we actually have Tremor IDs, so that's cool. I mean, she's not great. She's probably better than Rudia though. Yeah, no, nobody's gonna have Fnatic. Nobody uses that, so that is kind of the worst because it will never get used at all. The other things, they're not good, but they actually can be used sometimes, but that passive will never be used ever. So yeah. So that's probably the lowest on the list. But just for the sake of time, you know, because I don't want to have to copy paste everything every single time. The important things will be the top 5. After that, the stuff at the bottom doesn't really matter too much. Okay, what was next? Ncorp Heathcliff. Okay, Ncorp Heathcliff. I feel like I remember hearing about. Okay, plus coin drop is actually pretty good. Like 2 plus coin drop, that's pretty good. His other stuff is kind of whatever, but like that's not bad. Okay, and his passive. Yeah, nobody really cares about that. Nobody really cares about that. See, okay, I'm gonna put him here. And for a good reason. Okay, his support passive doesn't matter, so it's going here. Because there's one ID that is going to be under him in the future. And we'll go over it, well, when we get to it. Okay. Okay, Grip Faust is next. Grip Faust is going to the #1 slot because she has the most utility throughout the entire game, like compared to the other ones, specifically because of her passive. She gives SP when you have Lost Resonance, so like the reason why I'm gonna put Faust over Sinclair is because is Solar Season 3? Yes. So the reason why I'm gonna put Faust over Sinclair is because Sinclair, you have to micromanage him. And if you don't have SP healing, he's not really gonna function. So people should not be taking this as their first ID. Like, yeah, he's strong, but like, you have to really micromanage him. And he doesn't have things that the newer negative coin IDs have, where they stop at -40 or -44, whatever it is. He just corrodes. So you can't really have any egos equipped on him if you don't have management for him. And if you want a win rate, he will kill your team. Or he will just corrode, and it's not that big of a deal if you don't have egos equipped on him. Because he just loses one turn, but like, he's just a very inconsistent ID. And he just doesn't fit into any team in current day. Like, I think the only time I really used him was for Railway 2. And he just, like, yeah, he has good damage, but other people have better damage, and he's also just really inconsistent. And his support passive is alright, but it's only for blunt damage. So like, Mariachi Sinclair's passive is better than this one. Ncorp Sinclair for a second, for a second. I mean, I guess that's also like the other one use he has, but like generally he's strong, but like he's too much work to bother with. So that is why Faust is going to be number 1. And Sinclair is going to be number 2. Faust also has... Okay, also really quickly. Faust has Paralyze next turn, which is really good and helps a lot early game, sometimes even late game. And Gaze, which gives 20% damage bonus to Pierce and Blunt damage for a turn, which is also pretty good for support. And she's just... I mean, her rolls suck, but like her support is... I mean, yeah, because she's not going to be your main damage dealer in modern day Limbus. That's just not how it's going to work. She just rolls too low for that. All the Season 1 IDs roll too low for that. So since all the Season 1 IDs kind of suck pretty equally, just take the one with the best support, is the way I see it. I don't know how to borrow IDs. You press... So when you go into a mission, you press support. It should be on like the right-hand side. Okay, so let's do this now. Okay, I'm gonna have to move everybody. Okay, Lopcorp Faust is gonna get moved down to here. Actually, is that right? Yeah, it is. Okay. Honglu is gonna be in number 2. Okay. Pen, Faust, and Sinclair. Like, don't get me wrong, he does do good damage, and he has a really high damage potential, but he's just not as consistent as Faust or Honglu, who... I feel like Honglu's better. I think Honglu's the best for combat out of everybody, but Faust's utility makes her better to combine with modern IDs. Although Honglu is probably the closest to a modern ID, because he rolls at 18 base. Also, Sinclair doesn't clash too well, except for skill 3, which you don't even want him to be clashing with. I mean, I guess you could, but... Okay, next up is Chef Gregor, right? Yeah. I don't think we have to talk about this ID. It's Chef Gregor. He has Paralyze on something. He has Bind on something. He's not worth mentioning. Okay. Chef Gregor. And then Chef Ryoshu. I'll talk about it in a sec. Oh, right, also support passives. Okay. Actually, let's... Actually, no, they're still up there. You know, I'll do this. And then maybe... And then... Okay. So, Chef Ryoshu, also Chef Gregor's passive is... We already looked at it. This is good. And then Chef Ryoshu... This skill really fell off. This is decent. Like, it heals, but Gregor's is better because you don't have to rely on killing a thing to heal. But this does give more healing than most other support passives. Yeah, that's for Season 1. This is the Season 1 list here. I'll temporarily hide the game so it makes it easier to see. Anything below, like, 5 on both lists are kind of close to each other because they really fall off, but this I think is decent for a Season 1 list. Alright, now for Season 2. Okay. I only know Link Season 1. Yeah, the Season 1 IDs are all kind of whatever. I think Faust probably gives the best longevity value. Because, like, there's IDs that require SP management, like, I didn't even mention this, but, Don Sinclair, where's Don Sinclair? Here he is. Like, he is good with N-Corp Faust because she gives him SP. So whether she's on the team or off the team, she can still give him SP. Although there's other IDs that are better for giving him SP, like Liu, Yisong, so it doesn't matter too much, but... Okay, anyways, Season 2 ID time. Rose Banner Rhodia is... She's for Tremor. She does Tremor. The most important thing for Tremor is Tremor Bursts, which she does do. Yeah, she's good. She does Tremor. She'll start at number 1. I'm gonna not put spaces anymore though, because it takes too much time. Rose Banner Rhodia. Yeah. Okay. And then her support passive is not memorable. When one ally with slow speed does Tremor Burst. Increase stagger threshold, raised by plus 20%. So, like, who cares? I mean, I guess, but, like, nobody... I've never once thought, oh, wow, that's a good passive. I've just never even thought about it. Ever. How do I keep misspelling Rhodia? Okay, anyways. Next up is Rose Banner Mersault, who also does Tremor. He does Tremor. He does Tremor. Doesn't really exactly have great count. One ally with fast speed lowers clash power of opponents with Tremor by 1. I mean, that's like okay. I guess. I don't know why he needs 3 Gloom Resonance for that, which kind of sucks, but alright. Yeah, combat-wise, he's going down. He's not worth considering. He's just whatever. Support passives. He's whatever. Like, it's nothing worth noting. Alright, next up is Rose Banner Gregor. How did I... Hold on. Okay. Hold on. I thought something was off for a second. My bad. Okay. Now is Rose Banner Gregor. He does Tremor and Rupture and Charge, so he can be used on like a triple status team. I think people actually used to use him for Rupture because of one of his egos. Because of this one, Spark Discharge with Gloom skill, like when inflicting or when hitting with a Gloom attack and increases Rupture count. People used Rose Banner Gregor for that, but like new players aren't gonna have that ego, so like he doesn't really have a use for them. I mean, he rolls whatever. It's not great, but it's not like horrible either. Yeah, no, he rolls decent for the time he came out, but he's also just not that good. He has low coin counts, so he does low damage, but he's not bad. But he's still going to be at the bottom because everyone else is better. Actually, sorry, I just saw Sloshing Ishmael on the list. I should have... Hold on. Yeah, we gotta clear up a space for a certain somebody. Okay, what's his passive even? One ally with the slow speed. I mean, who cares? Like, it's whatever. Kinda whatever. Like, it's not awful, but it's not really anything crazy. Okay. Sunshower Heathcliff is Sunshower Heathcliff, so like, okay, yeah. I think you can look at his rolls and have a pretty good guess where he's going. He's usable in Kanto 6, but that's about it. Yeah. Okay, and his support passive. Oh my god, hold on. We gotta move some things. His support passive. Oh my god. Maybe one of the worst support passives in the entire game. Yeah, this was the first potential man ever because of how horrible he is. One ally with the least SP loses 10 SP when hit by an attack. So, like, why? Alright, yeah, no, that's never getting touched, ever. Spice Bushy Song is good, right? He's good. I know exactly where I'm gonna put him. He is number... Okay, so we gotta move this down. That's like 4. Spice Bushy Song is number 2. His Sinking Deluge is good. And that's about it. That's the only thing he does at all. Yeah, he has AoE on a skill too, doesn't matter. He rolls like a 9 on his skill 1. He has AoE. He gets 1 coin power with 6 sinking count. He just isn't good for most situations. The only reason why I will give him this much value is specifically for completing one singular mirror dungeon mission, which is get a lot of damage in one hit, which Sinking Deluge is one of the only ways to fulfill it, which is why he gets number 2. Because he's the second most used ID in the Season 2 IDs. Because there's one that gets used more than him. There's other IDs that are better for combat for him, but their value falls off when you get a better ID for them, like heavily. Support passive. Okay, let's check. When I with least SP. Okay, no, this is actually decent for AoE ego stuff. So that can be up a bit. Spice Bush. Song. Get all the good singing IDs. I mean, he... Honestly, only one ID should be used in an actual sinking team for him, which is Soul Lament. Because the new one, I don't know if it's really a sinking ID. That's which is not relevant anymore. Yeah, no, he's not. The only thing he does is Sinking Deluge for the one mirror dungeon mission, and that's literally it. that's the only use he has. There is a... Okay, where... Alright. I'll say right now a little bit of a spoiler. Molar Ishmael is going to be number 1. That's how it's going to be. Okay, this is hard to see. Why is his thing so bright? Hold on. Okay, Sloshing Ishmael. Sloshing Ishmael is a very special unit, holding a place as one of the worst IDs in the game. Yeah, why would you even need to inflict Rupture when you're doing Tremor? Wrong team. Wrong team. Yeah, you are not getting Uptide ever. Actually, I might, just because I have enough thread. It's only 50, and I have like thousands, but it's whatever. Yeah, very special place over here. Sloshing Ishmael. Spice Bush's yes. But like he gets replaced very easily. And now with Rian Song, with Index Yi Song, he gets replaced by that as well. Just as like, I feel like that temporary unit is better than Spice Bush. Like he's just not relevant. Sloshing. Right, we're not doing spaces. Sloshing Ishmael. Okay, next. K-Corp Honglu is gonna get number 3 because he, for anybody that does not know, he does not die. And you may think, oh, like he's really tanky. No, I mean when he's below 20% HP, he heals 90% HP. And he does this 4 times, I'm pretty sure. Okay, 3 times. He does this 3 times. So basically he has 4 health bars, for anybody that doesn't know. Yeah. So the reason why this isn't number 1, or number 2, is because his rolls aren't that good. Like, they kind of suck. And you can't use defense skills on him, because then you lose your health bars. But his rolls are not good. So any better Hongluo ID simply will not lose clashes and will not have to worry about dying in the first place. But if you're struggling and need a strong ID, like, he's not like strong, but he is durable. Like, he doesn't do an insane amount of damage, but he will not die for a while. Yeah. But any other Honglu that just has better rolls won't be getting killed in the first place. So that's why he loses some value. And that's why he falls off very heavily the second you get a better Honglu ID. Because like almost all of these IDs are just better than K-Corp, simply because they just are, they roll better, they do more damage. Like, because yeah, he doesn't die, but with other IDs you don't have to worry about him dying in the first place. So he's better like earlier on in the game when you like need when you need training wheels, I guess, but he's just not relevant anymore. But he's still at number 3. Actually, maybe Rose Banner Rodia is above him. Yeah, no, I convinced myself. Rose Banner Rodia is above him because I think I've used Rose Banner Rodia far more than K-Corp Honglu. Honglu. Support passives. He has a pretty good support passive because he can give people ampule, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he can give ampules. So I would put him at number 1, but like it doesn't get used that much. So he'll be at number 2. Is K-Corp Honglu good in MD? Not really, honestly. Because, like, yeah, he does Rupture, but, like, so does Hong Yuan Honglu, who is just, well, he's probably the second best ID, maybe even the number, He's really good. Probably top 5 IDs right now. Hong Yuan Honglu. Alright, next up is Red Sheet Sinclair. He used to be really good. Really good. Fell off when they nerfed him. I mean, he's still like semi-usable, but not as much. Let's look at him for a sec. He does talismans, which is kind of good for Rupture. He was used in Railways for speedrunning it. People would reset like thousands of times to get a perfect setup to apply 1 billion Rupture. But like, also heal 5% plus of HP, turn start, stacks. I mean, the thing is, like, healing isn't that necessary in Limbus. And Spice Bush gives a bonus to AoE damage, so I feel like it's still that number 1. Because, like, if you pop an Ego with Spice Push passive, it's just doing a lot more damage. The passive? Yeah. Second used. Huh? Okay, anyways, okay, yeah. Red Sheet Sinclair fell off. I think because they nerfed Talisman. Like, he was good, but nobody uses him anymore. So. Support passives used to be really good, but not really anymore. So we'll put him, oh, we're putting him here. Okay. Next up is more Ishmael. More Ishmael is number 1. She's number 1. She's still in the sinking team today because of how much count she does. Yeah, 2 count on her skill 1, 6 sinking on her skill 2, 5 count on her skill 3, 5 count, and also 6 sinking as well. She also does 3 fragile, so she is still used today. This might be the only ID throughout seasons 1 through 3 that are still used today. BL Merceau is also on that list, but she's pretty good. Also, a base roll of 10 on an evade. She's good. Her passives, when an ally with the lowest max HP hits with head coin, they inflict +1 sinking count when inflicting tremor count. So yeah, this nobody cares. Nobody's doing sinking tremor except for Ishmael. So like, yeah, doesn't matter. That I would honestly put lower, but for the sake of time, we're just putting it here. Lower-ish. And then over here, lower-ish. Is she better than Walpish? No. Well, for sinking, yes. For in general, so generalist-wise, Walpish is better. Which one? This one. This one generally rolls way better and is really good in general, but it's for the Tremor team. Yeah, she does sinking, but Walpish is, or not Walpish, Molar Ishmael is better for sinking because her sinking numbers are just better on Molar, because like you don't have to rely on heads hit for 2 sinking count. This, you're missing out on 3 sinking. Here, you're missing out on another 3 sinking and another 2 sinking count. And then she's also using extra coins, which eats other sinking. Even though it's, I mean, actually, I guess if it does +1 sinking count, it won't eat sinking. But like the main thing is she just has better sinking on Molar Ishmael. Yeah, I think Molar is really the best combat-wise in that. Although, okay, Molar Otis is actually might be above Spice Push. Molar Otis is actually kind of close. Yeah, because Molar Otis is just really strong. Yeah, she's gonna be above Spice Push. She sees more use than him. Like if someone doesn't have T-Corp Otis, they should be using Molar Otis. Although T-Corp Otis does kind of replace Molar, but Molar is still good. No, yeah, Molar's number 2. Molar is number 2. What's that? Did I put Moorish on? Okay, hold on. First, let's do Molar Sinclair. Molar Sinclair sucks. He has 4 coins on skill 1, just to roll 6. Okay, at uptie 4, he gets up to 10 with enough tremor count, which, yeah, nobody should be using this ID. This is decent, but like it still kind of sucks. So he's not gonna be ranked very high. Okay, although he's gonna be above Slashing Ishmael. Actually, did I already pick Slashing Ishmael? Oh no, I did. Richard Sinclair. Who did I get? Hold on, who? Okay, I don't know why I put Reggie Sinclair at 7, but alright, that works out for me. Molar Sinclair. Yeah, Reggie Sinclair is better than Molar Sinclair, I would say. And then support passive, it's not going to be very high. Okay, and then Molar Yisong is... He's kind of whatever, actually. Like, he's not bad, although no, he kind of sucks. His rolls, he's a discard ID, so he's going to be able to use his skill 2 and 3 more often, but his skill 2 does 16, so it's kind of nothing, actually. He has some Tremor Burst on his skill 3. I guess he has it on his skill 2 as well. I mean, he's not... I think the thing is he reduces Tremor count way too much. So he's just kind of... There's better options for Tremor. His passive... I don't think this is anything worth mentioning. It's whatever. Okay, he should not be in top 5 though. But like... all of the passives for Season 2, there's nothing too worth mentioning. The Season 1 passives were way better. I guess because they didn't really know what to do with passives at the time, so they just made passives really strong in Season 1, but like these passives, they're not great. Yeah, they're just not good. Most of them, at least. Some of them are fine. Like Spice Bush is fine. K Honolulu it's kind of whatever, but... Alright, Molar Otis now is... She's actually pretty good, because she has discards, so she's using her skill 2 and 3 more often. Her skill 2 rolls an 18 by default, which is good. Skill 3 gets up to almost modern level of rolls. Her skill 1 is awful, but she's decent. Passive. Why must Tails be nerfed? Tails nerfed? Huh? For who? Ally with most tremor count gains +1 more tremor count from skill effects. That's good. Right, this is very good. Although she's gonna be on field, so I mean the passive is still good though. Tails Sinclair. Oh, the Season 1 Sinclair? The N-Corp Sinclair is passive? Oh, Talisman. Talisman Sinclair? That one was nerfed? Is that one you're talking about? Red Sheet? That one? Okay. So, the reason why it had to be nerfed was because every single Rupture team required building around... it let people apply Talisman without him, and you could apply like 12 Talisman or something per like whatever, and then every time a thing would get hit, it would gain 12 Rupture, so it would get to like absurd amounts of Rupture in like 2 seconds, and every single Rupture team was built around him, and Project Moon did not think that was fun, and they actually had to nerf multiple IDs because of his existence. Like a lot of, well, not a lot, but a few Rupture IDs have this thing. If target has 15 plus Rupture and 3 plus Rupture count, the skill does not consume target's Rupture count. Okay, wait, no. Okay, you know, they had like, do not inflict Rupture if it has above a certain amount of potency and count, and that was specifically to stop people from abusing Talisman Sinclair's passive. But like, it's not really fair to the other Rupture units if they have to be nerfed just because one other unit has a passive that's a little too strong. So that's why the Heisho don't have that, because they nerfed him. Every Rupture unit was having that passive because of Talisman Sinclair, and they didn't want to keep putting that passive on people, I'm guessing. Of like, don't inflict Rupture after a certain count, so that's why he had to be nerfed. But after the nerf, yeah, he's kind of, nobody uses him anymore. But yeah, that's why that is that way. Morotis. She's good. She rolls well. She's strong. Her passive is good. Let's put her on the list. I'm gonna put her at number 2 actually, because she is strong, to put it simply. I think I used her probably the most. I've used her way more than Spice Push. I mean, yeah, she's not really in any modern teams, but she's very strong. Although longevity-wise, Spice Push is probably better, so I'll put her at 3. She's really strong though. Just to, like, if someone already has Spice Push, Molar Otis is strong. Secret Port is better? Probably, yeah. Because she has Time Moratorium and is just stronger in general. But they're both strong. Because Molar Otis also has a lot of Tremor Bursts, which is very important to the Tremor team. So, and she has Discard, so she's able to do her Tremor Bursts like more. So she's very valuable to the Tremor team. T-Corp Otis, yeah, she's stronger, but Molar Otis is still very good. Yeah, Molar Otis is still great. Let's put her on this as well. Molar, actually, no, I'm gonna put it at number 2. Molar Otis. Okay, season 2 is done. I'm gonna hide the game screen so it's easier to see for a sec. Yeah, Molarish is just, she's the only one that's really still in a modern team. Just because she's, like, her count and application is still good. And yes, I think she still stays on the sinking team more so than Walpurgis-ish, who is really strong, but yeah, she's not Moorish Male. Okay, now for season 3. Okay, where's season 3? Here it is. Alright, season 3 I think has less IDs than the other 2, so it should be quick. Okay, first is Twin Hook Gregor, who I don't like. I just don't like him. Rolls a 10. Are you kidding me? Rolls, I mean, this is whatever. But like, 2 coins, like, on kill, gain plus coin boost is whatever when you only have 2 coins in the first place. Like, I don't think he's bad. He's just very forgettable. I think he's like, he's good, right? He's good, but like there's better. So, like, yeah, he can be used for poise, but like, I don't think he's on the poise team right now. Let me check. Does he have a better poise ID? Yeah, Heisho. It's not even a poise ID, and it's still better for poise. Like, I guess this is more like poise focused, but like it's just a really whatever ID. It's just whatever. Where to put him? Put him like 8 for now, I guess. Support passive, let's see. One ally with most poise defeats an enemy. Gain 1 pierce damage up next turn. Cool. Alright, that's kinda... Sure, I'll just throw it somewhere random, maybe like 8. Okay. Oh, wait, I put the other one in 8 as well. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, next up is Middle Merceau. Middle Merceau, he isn't great. His rolls kind of suck. he gives envy power up, and he has an envy, this thing. So like, okay, he has a plus coin drop though. He buffs people with envy, so he can function on an envy res team, which there is an envy res team now. His support passive is pretty good. Heals 10 SP, turn end if another ally is from the same faction. That's good, right? That's good. So he might actually be number 1 for support passives. Yeah, no, I think he is number 1 for support passives, potentially, unless I see someone better. But middle mare salt combat is not great. I don't like 5 or something. You know what? No, that's too high. Middle mare salt. I feel like he's above Twin Hook Gregor. You know, maybe like 1 below actually. He's just like he's not really mentionable. Like he fits on envy res teams if you want to run that, but it's not like very relevant to run an envy res team in the first place. Okay, next up is Middle Dawn. Middle Dawn once again for the envy res team. She fits onto it better than Mare Salt because, I mean, she has better rolls. Also, this is using this as a envy skill at 6+. So basically, you want Middle Dawn, Middle Ishmael, Middle Sinclair using their counters so that they activate their skill 3. So you can just spam it every single turn. So I mean, yeah, she fits on that team. She's decent. Let's put her at like 3 for now, though. Middle Dawn. She's okay. Support. When I with the lowest max HP gains blunt next turn every time the enemies strike an ally. So yeah, no, that's not that good. You don't want to have to rely on that because like, why would you want to have to rely on an ally being striked? And also, if you're doing the envy res team, Dawn is on the team. She's not just gonna be sitting back watching everyone get beat up. So yeah, that'll be like here because there's probably gonna be something worse. I don't know. Okay, Picard Heathcliff. Picard Heathcliff is pretty strong, I'll say. Okay, specifically because of this, deal plus 1% damage for every 1% missing HP. There's no cap on that. He can get plus 99% damage at 1% HP. Although that's not happening. Yeah, it's not gonna happen very often, but and then it's the same way for the reverse. So max 30% damage increase, pretty good. Although it's not good to have to rely on missing HP, but his rolls are not great because he doesn't really gain coin power on anything except for his skill 3. But he's strong and he fits on an envy res team as well. He doesn't have an envy counter, which kind of sets him back for the envy res team, but he has 3 envy skills. So that's a thing. So maybe like right below Middle Dawn. Okay, and then support passive, it's pretty decent. We'll say it's like 4 for now. Okay, next up is Picard Yi Song. I don't think I've really used him much. He's not that memorable. Bind, he gets a reuse on that, but like, I think it gets more on up to, okay, yeah, he can reuse it on crit. So like, yeah, an MD when you have 1,000 poise, it's good. But like outside of that, it's kind of whatever. I mean, 6 bleed count. Oh, but it's on crit. Yeah, no, he's kind of whatever. Support passive. Okay, also on crit and inflict 2 more bleed. Okay, I mean it could be good, but on crit when I with most. Yeah, no, that who cares? Huh, interesting. Alright, Picard's song is... He's bullet twin hook. Support passive, he's bullet twin hook. Next up is Picard Ishmael. Ishmael really fell off. Does she have a poise ID? This might actually be her only poise ID. Oh, just kidding, it doesn't even have poise. So, bleed, she has a bleed ID, which is Kurokumo. Burn, she has a burn ID, it's not this one. The only thing this one does is assist attack, which you get to use 1 extra skill 1. Cool, that's it. But yeah, that's kind of it. This skill is fine, but like her other ones really lack the coin power to make up for it. Like it's good when you need an ID, but like there's better IDs. Where we going? God. Could use this replacement. Oh, for MD. I mean, I'm not really gonna count random MD strats because that also requires an ego, so I'm not gonna count that in my judgment. Okay, yeah, she's whatever. She's probably below Picard Heathcliff on combat-wise. Actually, what was her support passive? Did I check? Hold on. Picard-ish. What was her support passive again? Also, she loses SP when someone else kills something instead of her. Like, she gets mad when other people steal her kills. And she loses SP because of it, so she kind of is a pain to run in, like, MD, for example. Attack in one ally with the highest SP gains 2 poise and 2 poise count when the target is defeated after that instant. Alright, that's whatever. But blind obsession issue go. That blind obsession is really good, but like it doesn't require this ID in the slightest. Blind obsession is great though. That's a really good ego. One of the best, I would say. Super strong, great attack weight. You don't need conditionals for it. It heals her own SP. It's really good. Really good. But yeah, you don't need Picard. Ishmael to run blind obsession is the thing. Okay, let's put this light here. Twin Hook is probably better though, but just for the sake of time, we're gonna put her down there. All right, next up is LCCB Ryoshu. I think they actually had to nerf her. Well, they didn't have to, but they did nerf her because of Magic Bullets. Magic Bullet Otis's skill 3 or whatever. Where is she? Here she is. I had her leveled, but they gave back the materials for it. I mean, she's kind of whatever. Yeah, no, she's not great. She's really not great. Her skill 3 is kind of okay. Like, decent tremor and rupture, but like, it kind of falls off pretty heavy. The bonus 50% damage on that is fine. She's okay. But like, she's still probably the lowest. Actually, yeah. Here we go. Type 5 and ego. I did not. I mean, I've heard mentions of it being possible like a while ago, but I haven't heard anything about it recently. I can put her in number 3. Although Picard Heathcliff might actually have a better passive. I think all of the support passives, aside from Middlemere Salt, all of them kind of suck. Like Middlemere Salt just has the best support passive out of all of them. Yeah. BL Mersalt. Here is our number 1 ID. Where is he? Here he is. I've used him recently. 10 level 100 over fast. That could be a pretty good ID. Official anniversary. Huh. Interesting. I have to check that out later. Okay, so he doesn't roll as well as modern IDs, but he rolls better than the rest of the season 3 IDs. Okay, yeah, 18 base roll on here. Also, when he gives buffs, like BLE Song, for example, rolls like 20 or 21 on a skill 1. So that I've actually even used in Canto 9. I have used this ID in Canto 9. So he is still relevant. This thing, activating that, it's strong. Yeah, he's strong. Also with Regret as well. Regret, for anybody that doesn't know, it's a Walpurgis Ego. If anybody doesn't have it, I highly recommend sharding it for Walpurgis if you can. It gives you 2 coin power at the cost of 1 base power for every base skill. So it's very good. Mr. Go Ahead Win Clash. Yeah. He's very good, especially with Regret. Yeah, he's very good, and he buffs the BL team like very highly. So he's still relevant today, I would say. Well, not super relevant, but far more relevant than a lot of the other IDs on the season 3 list. BL Salt. Did I spell that right? Probably not. But okay, what's his passive? My flash climber bone. True. Okay, 1 ally with the most poise deals plus 15% damage on critical hit with slash skills. I mean, yeah, that's good, I guess. It doesn't get number 2, but it's okay. I know who is getting number 2 for passives, and it will be Dawn, but we'll get to that. Okay, BL Faust. BL Faust is kind of whatever. Like, she really needs Mersalt to function well enough to be on a team, because otherwise, I mean, she's okay. She's decent. Yeah, she's decent. She's better with Mersalt though. She's kind of an average unit. Nothing special. Same as Twin Hook, but probably a little better. When the ally first deployed in the pre-battle team setup critically hits with a slash type skill and inflicts 1 defensive damage. That's decent. It's not bad. Okay. BL Faust. And then we'll put her... Yeah, I think this is a good spot for her. BL Faust. Actually, yeah, no, that's an alright spot. Although, no, I'm gonna have to move everything a little bit. See, confusions, first Eco. I don't think I did. I should really check that out. I'm gonna chug water because my stomach is... Okay. Alright, next up is Kurokumo Gregor. who I don't really like. Where's he? Here he is. I mean, he does bleed. Cool. He does offense level down. Plus coin drop is cool. But like, his rolls kind of suck. I just don't like him. Super biased. I don't think he's bad. I just don't like him. Support passive, when I with low speed hits an enemy, one off hold down. I mean, yeah, that's decent. I probably have to move some support passives around. You know what? It's fine. I'll just be over here. Now, I don't think he actually has the worst support passive. I think his is better than Middle Dawn's. But no, it's still pretty low. Anything below the first 2 slots is kind of iffy on where they should be placed or not. Kurokumo Gregor. Yeah, he's just kind of whatever. I was getting to. Oh yeah, I did see something about that. Okay, the number 1 use that skins are gonna have is gonna be making MD faster. People are gonna find whatever ID outfits are the fastest animation-wise, and they're gonna equip those on the highest damage team, and that's gonna be what people use skins for. I'm calling it now. I mean, that's what I'm gonna be using skins for. Other people, I mean, I don't know. Maybe they'll equip like LCB sinners for the Kantos, but I know I'm gonna use it to make MD go faster. It won't. It doesn't do that? Okay, well then that sucks. That's unfortunate. I mean, it's still a cool concept, but that's should be the UI. I thought I was gonna change the animation of attacks to look the same as other things, but I don't really know too much about it, so we'll see how it turns out to be. All right, BL Dawn is good. I don't want to put her above Middle Dawn. I'll put her below Middle Dawn, but I'll have her above Picard Heathcliff. Actually, no, she'll be above Picard-ish. BL Faust should also be a little bit higher. She's gonna get the number 2 for support passive though, very easily. Her support passive for poise it's just good. I think, I don't remember actually. 1 ally with at least 1 poise gains 2 more poise. Yeah, no, that's good. It's really good for poise. That's an ID on an ID. True. Hopefully it does. People can use it to make the attack animations faster. Or like pick faster animation IDs with stronger IDs. Okay. She is really good for giving people poise even when she's on field as well. Like she gives poise off field and on field as well. So she is still decent for poise. Probably not as high value as number 2, but she's up there. Probably above Hikadish, Loki. BL Faust is probably above her since BL Faust is a 3-star though. But Hikadish, yeah, no, I think BL Dawn probably has more value long term. Although, also, I feel like people got to keep in mind, like, even if a 2-star is, even if I put them above a 3-star, 3 stars are still a 3-star. So that should be taken into consideration as well when picking IDs. BL Dawn. Okay. Now we're gonna hide the game for a sec to have a better view. Okay. Yeah, I think this is a very solid list. I can probably change around some things on the bottom a little bit more. Although very quickly, I want to go over the general ticket of anything before Season 7 before I start messing with things. So the general ticket, you cannot use it for anything on Walp. You cannot. Okay, let me put my UI back. Oh, okay, that's cool. Let me put my UI back because I don't like it like this. So the okay, where is it? Is this it? No, this is it. Okay, so this ticket, anything prior to Season 7 cannot use it on Walp things. Are Christmassy good? Otis's is good. Heathcliff's is, it's kind of whatever. I mean, I used it for its Sin Affinity resistance in Canto 9 for a certain level, but aside from that, I haven't really used it much. His base ego is better for the most part, but it's usable sometimes. It's also mainly for like status applying IDs for Heathcliff's. Otis is good for SP regen, but okay, so this thing, there's two uses for this ticket specifically. You can either get the strongest ID you can, which will either be Heisho Faust or Lord of Hongyuan Honglu. Those two, I would say Faust takes a higher priority because of Fluid Sac specifically. Because if you get Heisho Faust with Fluid Sac, that will carry you throughout the entire game. Honglu, like if you don't have other Heisho IDs, Honglu doesn't reach his full potential. I mean, he's still very strong, but Heisho Faust is a little bit stronger when considering them like individually, like when they're on their own. But Honglu, he's still very strong. The thing is, a lot of his potential is locked behind other Heisho team members, and Heisho Faust is not locked behind other team members. So that's why Faust is, like, if you had to pick one or the other, I would say Faust is better, because she can also have Fluid Sac, which is, well, it's Fluid Sac. I don't think I have to explain why Fluid Sac is good. The only thing is, Heisho Faust doesn't have Gloom. She actually doesn't have any of these resources, so you need other people to fuel her, but yeah, nobody's gonna have Command Meltdown. I mean, if people do have Command Meltdown, Faust does solo fuel it, but people probably aren't gonna have that. Fluid Sac is good, and actually even Representation Emitter, it heals SP, and this you can fuel with Heisho Faust, so this is good still. Yeah, heals 10 SP for 4 allies with release SP. Yeah, this will be good for people to use. 3 attack weight, ego, and Faust, Heisho Faust fuels it. She's just really strong. Also, something that's very important for like new players, especially, is assist defense. The way this works is when someone attacks you, or no, say someone attacks Heisho Faust's ally, right? If it's an unopposed attack, Faust will defend for them. And Faust doesn't have to defend the skill attacking her ally. She can defend a different skill, and then she will still use assist defense against the thing attacking the person. Yeah. But Heisho Faust is probably the strongest ID people could get right now, because when people think of the strongest ID, they think of Heisho Faust, Hongyuan Honglu, and Knight of Despair Rhodia, who's a Walpurgis ID, so you can't use it on her. A lot of other IDs aren't super worth mentioning. I saved for quite a while, like maybe like a year plus just to get all the egos. But yeah, new players probably aren't gonna have all the egos. But anyways, so as far as like other IDs go, like a lot of them are generally good. I think another one to consider is Principal Manchaland Mersalt, because in MD, one of the best teams, at least for the last Mirror Dungeon, I don't know about this one, but it is Rupture Bleed, and Mersalt is a very good member of Rupture Bleed. So, and because right now you can't shard him, but you can shard the rest of the Blood Fiend team. So Manager Dawn is also good, but she's also shardable right now. So I feel like the things that you can't currently shard have a higher priority, because you can just shard this. Whereas this you cannot shard. Like, yeah, Manager Dawn is probably better overall, but you can shard that when you cannot shard this. So that's another thing to put into consideration. Ringy Song, he used to be really good, but his numbers fell off because everyone rolls a 15 now and he rolls like an 11. I think you couldn't even use boxes on the egos though. Like, I think you had to pull for it. Like you had to use a Lunacy for it. You couldn't even shard it or anything, which was why people saved for so long. Okay, yeah, like this skill 2 is probably one of the strongest skill 2s in the game. But it gets outclassed because it doesn't roll too high. Couldn't even shard. Yeah, you could not even shard it. It's all that long ago. That's unfortunate. Okay, this, I mean, this kind of has modern numbers a bit, but it's on count instead of potency, which is kind of whatever. It's not awful, but this is another good ID, like a good generalist ID. But like in the later cantos, rolling an 11 on a skill 1 or even a 12 definitely hurts when other people are rolling 15s and 16s. The other skills are strong though, but his skill 1 really holds him back more than anything. But he's still strong. This actually was almost nerfed as well because of how strong this is. They tried to nerf it, and then they had to roll it back. They had to roll back the nerfs because, well, like, people complained too much about it. And then also he doesn't count for, I forgot where they had to add. Okay, here they had to specifically make sure they added an entire passive just to make sure that people know he only counts for bleed in Mirror Dungeon and doesn't count for burn, bleed, tremor, rupture, sinking, because he used to count for all of those in MD, so he could activate every single gift. So that was an issue. He's a good ID. Other notable IDs, I mean, any of the Heisho, really. Yeah, any of the Heisho. I think these IDs are all generally good. I think the thing is, right, people don't want dupes, right? Drink water for a second. People don't want dupes. So using the ticket for a standard fare ID probably isn't a great idea. Also, anything you can shard, you should probably just shard, which is why the stuff that you can't shard is probably the stuff you should prioritize for anybody that doesn't have all of the Season 6 IDs. But the other option, aside from sharding the strongest ID you can, is sharding whatever is left available. Like, because right now I think I only have Okay, so the season 7 IDs, I haven't got any of them yet, but everything else, I have all the other IDs. So I personally, the way I'm going to use my ticket is I'm going to wait until I have 3 of these IDs, and then the 4th one I'll use the ticket for. So I'm just gonna wait because I don't have any need for getting any of these IDs immediately, and I don't want dupes. So whichever one I don't get last is the one I'm gonna be using it for. But yeah, because I think even future standard fare IDs won't be available in the ticket selection because it's prior to season 7 specifically. I mean, if we can use it on standard fare in season 7, like that comes out after season 7's release, which I don't think we should be able to. Then I would try using it on whatever new standard fare IDs are coming out, because the standard fare are usually, I mean, usually they're hit or miss. Like, our Corp Rhodia was very much a miss. Rhodia, kind of mid. Yeah, no, she's not good. She is just not good. Yeah, rolls an 11. Okay, 14 with plus 4 coins. I mean, it's a single coin skill. It doesn't matter. Plus 2 coin power. So this rolls a 16 at max conditionals, and not at max conditionals, it rolls a 12 on a skill 2, which is not acceptable. Skill 3 is, that's whatever. Defense skill. Okay, her passive is the main thing. At 5 plus poise, counter skills use skill 3. I'm pretty sure she still needs to get hit though. So like, she still needs to get hit. And it counts as a counter, so it won't count as like a base skill or whatever. Yeah, I don't know why they even have it here instead of just, because it says use skill 3, but this is not a skill 3, this is an alternative defense skill. I mean, I guess when you're at 5 plus poise, you use this instead of this, but still kind of whatever. Yeah, no, she rolls horribly. She's just whatever. Yeah, I don't like her. Yeah, that's kind of everything. I mean, I can look over the more specific stuff really quick. It's a good screen to be on. Maybe this one. Okay. All right. Let's look over season 1 again really quick. I feel like this list is fine. Might get new. A new one. Sky clearing counter is only good for the boss moves with the weight. Everyone. I feel like even then evades are better. Cause like also her skill 3, I feel like it doesn't really even do that much. Not gonna lie. Like there's just better skill 3s. Okay, yeah, no, let's just pay attention to the top 5. Combat, N-Corp Faust is probably the most valuable because she lasts for a long time on support. Because in any team with Lost Resonance, she fits in to get their SP up faster. Even in new teams, she will always be, well, she'll not always be relevant, but she'll always have an option to be used. Hong Lu, he's good. He's strong. I've used him in, I think Kanto 8. I've used him in Kanto 8. Yeah, no, I've used him in Kanto 8. He's fine. He rolls an 18 on his skill 2, which is better than I think everybody in this list for season 1. And Corp Sinclair really fell off. He has 2 uses: Railway 2, and the Kanto 5 level 30. Not gonna mention what it is because that might be a spoiler. This passive still work if you're inside. I think in some levels it doesn't, in some it does. I think when you have I think when it's the what's the level type where it's like where you get the blue backup units. I think when you get like backup units, then I think when they die, their support passives activate. But like in other, like in the missions where you don't have backup units, I don't think it counts. Yeah. I mean, although for like new players, N-Corp Sinclair could be very strong for like Cantos 1 through 3. Like he does good damage, but he's just a pain to manage is the main thing. Like, because new players aren't gonna have the stuff to manage him with, or I mean, it's not like they're gonna have ego farm either, so it won't be that big of a deal if he just panics and wastes a turn. So I mean, I don't really count soloing in this list because like that's not really like relevant content. I feel like if I have a lantern, huh? Okay, Chef Ryoshu fell off. Chef Ryoshu probably is below LCCB-ish. Yeah, no, she's below LCCB-ish. Yeah. I've used LCCB-ish way more than Chef Ryoshu. Yeah, no. Because she does more... LCCB-ish does Tremor and Rupture. And is better. Chef Ryoshu, she just fell off. That's all there is to it. LobCorp Faust is a good 2-star to have when you pull her, when you're in Canto 1, 2. But like, her skill 3 is strong, but like, her rolls fall off when you get better IDs. N-Corp Heathcliff, it's whatever. And anyway, everyone else on this list is not worth mentioning. Support passive, 20% damage bonus is good. Healing SP whenever you have 3 Lost Resonance is good. 10% bonus damage is good. Bush Ego for Sinclair. Wait, what? Does he? Oh, okay. This one. Yeah, it is a lantern. Okay, no, I don't know. I was thinking of Gregor's lantern. I was thinking of this one. Okay, yeah, no. This ego, this lantern is good. This lantern is very good. Especially because when he corrodes with it, target the unit with most HP. So when Railway was a thing, this ego was really good in it, or Railway 2, because he would panic and then he would use this ego on the bosses. But if you're fighting like regular enemies, then he will kill your allies. But this is good. It's a good ego. But new players are not gonna have that. But it does help with his stuff a little bit. Okay. And Faust, I think, is it 15 SP for the ally with the lowest SP? Or is it 2 allies with the lowest SP? I think it's 15 with 1 with the lowest SP. Check. Yeah, 15 for 1 with the lowest SP. It's kind of whatever. I mean, no, that's good. The fanatic thing is what's whatever. That part doesn't matter. Mary Sinclair, plus 10% damage with any damage type, so that's good. Heal 5 HP, heal 15 HP on kill. Oh, well, the 5 HP is on turn starts, that's why it's higher than this one. And Sinclair is 10% blunt damage bonus, which is fine. G. Gregor is 5 HP on Clash Win. I'm pretty sure it's once per turn though. The rest is kind of just whatever. Yeah. Now let's look again at Season 2. Molar Ishmael, Yeah, she's number 1. She's still used on the sinking team today. She might actually be the only ID out of all of these units that are still used today. Spice Bush, I mean, he does the thing for MD. That's about it. Morotis is good. I mean, yeah, she's really good, right? She rolls really well, does good damage. But she just gets replaced by T Corporis is the one thing. Roseman and Rodia. I mean, yeah, she's on Tremor. I think I still have her on the Tremor team, actually. So maybe she's even above Morotis, but Morotis is better than Roseman and Rodia. But Rodia still doesn't have a better Tremor unit, so that's why she's still on the Tremor team. I mean, I can check my Tremor team. Yeah, I still have Rodia on there. And sinking, I still have Ishmael on there. Okay. K-Corp Honglu. I mean, he's better than the rest of the IDs here, but like, I mean, yeah, he doesn't die, but that's all he does. He doesn't do anything crazy or anything. Support passives, bonus damage for AoE ego is fine. +1 tremor count for when you gain tremor count is good. He gives people his healing thing, but it's not super necessary. And then everything else is kind of just whatever. Yeah, no, all these passives really aren't that great. The season 1 support passives are all way better. Yeah. Okay, season 3. That's not season 3. Season 3. Yeah, Biel Merceau I still use. I used him for Kanto 9. I still have him on my Poise team. He really does well with BL Yisong. I don't really use the rest of the BL units, just mainly Mersault and Yisong. I mean, I guess I mean, the others are fine. I just don't really find much use for them though. But Mersault is still really strong, especially with Regret too. So he still gets used. I once again used him in Kanto 9 as well. Yeah, he's good. Middle Dawn is for the Envy Res team, which does exist. Picard Heathcliff can be used on the Envy Res team, but his defense skill is not Envy, so that holds him back. So that's why he's lower than Dawn. Bio Faust is, I mean, she's okay. She's decent. She's not on any, like, I don't use her super frequently though. Bale Dawn, same thing, but she gives better poise support on and off field. Picard Ish, she really fell off. She does not fit on any single team anymore. She doesn't fit on a bleed team. She doesn't fit on a burn team. She doesn't even have poise. Yeah, no, she's kind of whatever. Middle Mersault, you can put him on a middle team. If you do, he's mainly for the passive though. I mean, he has an envy counter, but he kind of buffs people, but it's whatever. Twin Hook Gregor, he's a decent unit. Not much to say about that. He's nothing special though. Called Yisong, same thing. Kurikumo Gregor, same thing. LCCB Ryoshu, a little bit worse than the others. Support passives. Middle Mersault, yeah. The 10 SP on turn start when you just have an ally of the same team. That's good. Bieldan is for poise. LCCB Ryoshu gives bonus damage to ammo units when they run out of ammo, which is whatever. Picard Heathcliff is probably above LCCB Ryoshu, honestly. This should actually be lower down. LCCB Ryoshu. She should be like maybe below Mersault, maybe Faust. She's not top 5. Actually, maybe number 5. But yeah, Picard Heathcliff is probably better because he's able to give up to a 30% damage bonus with Pierce, although it's limited to Pierce and it's also limited to needing HP lost. So yeah, kind of whatever. I don't even remember what he does. It's whatever. It's something about poise or something, maybe. Yo, Faust, same thing. Something about poise? I don't know. Not too memorable. God, Ish, I mean, she gives like 2 poise and 2 count or something when someone kills a thing, I guess. Twin Hook Gregor, it's whatever. Pekal Song, it's whatever. Metal Dawn gives like a blunt damage up when an ally gets hit or something. Which, I mean, I probably should have put it higher, like above maybe like Twin Hook Gregor. But like, she's gonna be on field, so she's not gonna be activating her support passive if you have her. Kurokuma Gregor, what does he even do? Like he what, offense level down? Sure, it's fine. It's not bad, but I probably should put it a little bit higher. But I've just never used it or thought, oh, you know what passive would really help to have? Kurokuma Gregor. I've just never thought that ever. So yeah, it's just I just find it unnecessary. Yeah, that's all for those. Okay, once again, I'll just really quickly put the stuff on the stuff. Here, no, maybe I'll line them all up for a second. Can move that a little bit closer. One moment. Okay, season 2, I'm gonna have to move like up here. Actually, I don't think I'm able to fit everything on screen right now. As is. Considering Rian Yisong, how strong are Thinner's fathers? Very. Yeah, pretty strong, I would say. Okay, I was trying to see if I could fit all of them on here, but I don't know if I can. Yeah, probably not. You know, I can just make it smaller. Hold on. Select the font. Yeah, this works. And then this we're gonna make smaller as well, so I can get into it all one frame. Oh yeah, that definitely fits. Alright, let's try to have it look a bit more visually appealing, perhaps. Yeah, I feel like this is a pretty decent list. Yeah. Yeah, I definitely still got to do that. But yeah. Okay, I feel like this is good enough. Right. I covered everything. And as for the general ticket, it's just like whatever is whatever you need, right? Like if it's a new player, either Faust or Honglu if you don't have one or the other. And if you have both of those, then it's whatever is strongest. But like also something that's very important, something that might be the most important thing of all. If someone does not care about the meta, and I'm sure many players will not care about the meta, pick whatever you feel like picking is the most important thing. Even if you do care about the meta, pick whatever you feel like picking. like, there's no best ID. Well, I mean, some IDs are better than others. Well, some IDs are stronger than others. Every ID can find its use case, right? The game is not so difficult that it can't be completed if you don't have certain IDs. Some IDs make the game a little bit easier to complete, but for the most part, this is a very easy game. And you can always use support identities, so you will never get stuck on anything because you are lacking an ID. If you're not able to complete something, you either need to level up or you need to read the enemy attacks and understand the fight and just strategize. Beat the game with only 3 IDs? Yes, you could. I don't think there is anything like stopping anybody from finishing the game with only base IDs. And if you can finish the game with base IDs, you can finish the game with any ID. Some IDs make it more difficult to clear fights, but like for the most part, it really any ID is good enough to use. So if someone likes a specific ID, just because, then they should pick it. This list is what I myself would prioritize if I didn't already have all the IDs. Because this was basically just like for me to have fun looking back on old IDs, and it was fun. It was fun to look at the old IDs again. So this is not a list of like, oh, if you don't have these IDs, you have to like shard them, or you have to use the ticket for this. That's not what this is supposed to be. What this is supposed to be is, oh, if I restarted the game right now, this is what I would prioritize. This is just what I personally would do. And if anybody else is able to find that helpful, then that's great. But if someone says, I actually don't want to use it on whatever you have at number 1, that's perfectly fine. These are just my, like, what I personally prioritize. Like, for example, right? She Faust is a good ID, but it does not get used in any team because of Heisho Faust. Now, it's a good ID, but it gets completely overlooked. So that goes to say, all of these IDs will be replaced eventually. So it really doesn't matter that much which one you pick. Season 1, almost everything in Season 1 has been replaced. Season 2, almost everything in Season 2 has been replaced. Season 3, almost everything in Season 3 has been replaced. There's only like a few IDs that are still used, and those are not gonna stay around forever. So use whatever IDs you will enjoy using is the best advice I can give. Because at the end of the day, it's a game. It's supposed to be fun. So if you enjoy using whatever you find to be the strongest, then do that. But if you enjoy using just, say you just like Ryoshu IDs, then sure, get Chef Ryoshu if you want. There's no issue with that. But yeah, this is just what I would prioritize if I like restarted the game right now. And yeah. And then, I mean, if someone already has all IDs, then really you're just grabbing things for their ego shards, which, I mean, whatever you want to ego shard is what you should be grabbing. But yeah. And then as for the pick anything ticket, there is Heisho Faust, Heisho Honglu, and I mean, whatever else is strong. I would personally recommend to just go for newer things, since they're more limited than the other stuff, because you can't shard the other stuff. Or, I mean, because you can shard the other stuff, you can't shard the Season 6 stuff right now. But that won't last forever. So if you want to just get something because you don't feel like sharding it, like you say you want Manager Dawn, just because, then go for it. Like, yeah, it'll save a little bit of shards. Like, I think the main thing is, like, you can't shard the season 6 stuff until season 8. So, like, you would have to wait a little bit longer to shard the rest of the season 6 stuff. But, like, that will be, I mean, how long will it take? Like 3 to 4 months. So it's not that long, realistically. So you could just shard whatever you want if you don't think you're going to get all the other IDs within 3 to 4 months or whatever. Which, honestly, I don't know if that's very reasonable to assume that you will get all IDs within 3 to 4 months. I mean, even I don't have all IDs, and I've been playing this game for, how long has it been? Well, I guess it's the 3-year anniversary, so probably somewhere around there. But yeah, and then if you already have all the seasonal stuff, then I mean, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wait until I get all the IDs except for one, and then I'll use it on whichever one is left. But because I don't really like need any IDs right now because my teams are pretty full. But yeah, this is all the general stuff that I have for now. And yeah. So with that, I'll leave it up to take what you enjoy. When my library run out. It's a good game. I'll probably play it after LobCorp. I don't know how soon after LobCorp, but I do want to finish LobCorp because that's like getting close to being done, I think. I'll also have to restart. But I feel it's going pretty well so far. LobCorp has been really fun lately. But yeah. Alright, that's gonna be all for now. Pick what you enjoy, and thanks for stopping by. Have a good one. Alright.